Welcome. We are Moneycopilot LLC. Join us as we share our roadmap to help people along on their journey to better financial health. Your wallet will thank you.
Welcome, everybody, to the $1,000 free money challenge information session. This is sponsored by Moneycopilot LLC, and this particular session is the online version. So we encourage you to take any questions that you have, put them into the comment section. We'll be monitoring the comment section and respond to you either there or privately to your account. Now, let's get into it. Moneycopilot LLC is a money co-management and trust administration company. Our mission in life is to address financial issues that prevent you from reaping all the benefits that come from having good financial health and discipline. We are a member of the American Association of Daily Money Managers, and we subscribe to their code of ethics. So with that, we work to help you gain financial strength in a mutually beneficial manner that promotes stability in your life. We have a 5-step process, really 5 phases, to help people improve their financial health. First step, foundational, build that budget. We plug you into our proven budget approach, which is really a roadmap to help you manage your money effectively and help you reach your financial goals. Second phase is paying on time. We help you with that particular process in multiple different ways, basically make sure that your expenses are handled in a way that will help organically build your credit. Third phase, save. With the budget established and with the approach of paying on time already in place, it's now time to really save money. And that's what this phase really encompasses. Whether it's an emergency fund, saving for a vacation, we make sure that those goals that are in your life that you need, that your income and expenses can be able to support that. Then, fourth phase, optimize. We analyze your income, your expenses, and really identify savings opportunities beyond what has already been established. And so this is not just putting money to the side. This is finding ways where your existing expenses can either be lowered or optimized in some way to where you're able to increase what you are able to put to the side. So that is our goal with optimization. And then our fifth phase is basically allowing people to grow their money. Because as the savings is growing, you may actually find that you have some excess that you can put into investments. You can help with your retirement, maybe even plan for higher education for your family. And a lot of that requires looking at short-term and long-term goals to see where those investments might be able to go. So that's our 5-phase process. In order to achieve the 5-phase process, we offer multiple services, beginning with our free money check consultation. This is a 20-minute financial consultation where we really help you evaluate where you are on the roadmap to financial health. People are going to be at varying levels, and it will take really a short amount of time asking some questions to be able to see where you are and where we might be able to help. Then we have our Credit Copilot service. With Credit Copilot, we are focused exclusively on your credit and the things that will help you improve that situation in your life. Whether it's with credit cards, with mortgage, student loans, all of that, looking at it holistically, the goal is to help you deal with it without you having to deal with it on your own. Then we have our Sidekick service. With Sidekick, we go beyond the Credit Copilot service. So we're including savings, we're including optimization, we are including forward-looking planning for your finances. And this is really kind of a sweet spot for people to be able to take their finances into control, right? We help you make sure that happens. Then we offer what we call our Trust Pay service. For anyone who is maybe military and deployed overseas, or maybe people who are in the entertainment industry and are often touring or on long-term projects away from home, Trust Pay service is for those people, because we can basically act as your fiduciary, establishing a trust to be able to handle any financial items that you need. And that may go even beyond things that you would normally see with regular bill pay from a bank. So it's kind of like bill pay on steroids when you think of it that way. With anyone who may need more than just one of those services, we also offer our membership service at a couple of different levels. You can bundle all of these services together basically at a discount. And that will make it to where, financial planning can sometimes be a little bit of a ding on your wallet. This will make the pain a little bit less because, of course, we're discounting everything together. With that said, let's get into the background of this challenge. Basically, every year, different organizations offer money for new customers who are willing to perform certain relatively simple tasks. Now, they advertise their programs, and the programs are totally legitimate, but you may still not be aware of them. And worse yet, you may not have a really solid plan or approach to be able to take advantage of them. That's unfortunate. We're here to change that. We've actually collected and organized some of the easiest of these programs so that you can take advantage of them. We want to help you capture that money, just as we have done, and just as some of our other customers have done over the years. Now, if you decide to participate in the challenge, you will have the opportunity to get up to $1,000 each if you follow the 7 steps that we outlined. It's over a period of time, of course, but it's 7 steps nonetheless. Even those who are not able to complete all 7 steps can still end up with hundreds of dollars in your pocket that you didn't have before. Any US citizen or legal US resident is able to participate, and each step actually has different requirements. So really, those who are employed with direct deposit and good credit will end up getting the best results. Again, if you didn't know about these situations or these programs before, you're about to come on Found Money. The free money is going to be associated or really compiled of 4 accounts. First, online only bank. Now, this particular option is for business checking accounts, so even business owners can participate in this and get a little bit of something. But if you don't have a business, you're only dealing with this on personal side, we also have a national bank that's also offering a bonus. So bonus from online only bank, $300, bonus from national bank, $300 as well. That's a great start. Next up, we're going to use your credit. You will be able to benefit from the fact that you can get a new credit card from a credit card company and get a bonus for that. Sometimes you know about these bonuses being available, sometimes you don't. We want to make sure you take advantage of some of the best ones. So we've got 2 different credit card companies that we'll be working with and helping you establish new accounts with them so that you can take advantage of that bonus money. Accounts numbers 3 and 4. Free money total when it's all said and done, you got $1,000 right there. All right, that's just the cash. The actual challenge is going beyond that. So let's talk about the 7 steps in a little bit more detail. First step, opening account number 1. That's the first bank account that we're able to get the bonus money. Second and third steps, we're actually going to do in a very close proximity to each other and perform the steps that are necessary to get the bonus money there. But those are the ones that require you to have some level of good credit because there's credit cards involved. Then we have the 4th step, basically is to kind of be patient and leave the money in there for at least 6 months. Sometimes these organizations will take the money back if you haven't left the money there for a period of time. So there's some patience involved there, but it's still your money. Then step 5, we're going to take the money out of those accounts and open up the 4th account that'll get us to that level of $1,000. And we're going to perform the steps to get that bonus money to get us to that level. Now, once you've got that money, you still want to leave the money in there a little bit of time, but what we're going to do is help you remove the bonus money and put it into a Roth IRA account. This is where the potential for growth really gets into place because you've actually already gotten the money up to $1,000, but putting it into a mutual fund in a Roth IRA, that's going to allow you to let that money grow, and what grows from it is going to be tax-free. So you're not only getting the cash, but you're also able to make a future investment in yourself. That's one of the things that we're all about. Invest in yourself, pay yourself first, so on and so on. So we want you to leave that money in a Roth IRA account to grow for at least 1 year, right? Let it grow so that you'll be able to see what happens. The challenge, of course, is not really getting the money itself. Granted, again, there are requirements for each step, but it's holding on to it, right? Holding on to it for a period of time, establishing and maintaining the discipline of growing your money. This will be able to allow you to establish an emergency fund if that's something that you need. Ultimately, if you want to spend the money later on, you can, but let's at least go through the process of getting the money, letting it grow, and establishing that discipline pattern. There are temptations to spend the money and really spend more than what you may be getting back in bonus because of the fact that there is some credit involved in this challenge. But working together, we'll be able to help keep you in check and keep focused on not making that happen. No one's going to be prevented from removing the money from the account because it is indeed your money, right? Spending the bonus money, if you have to do that for an emergency, okay, but we want you to put it back. If you don't end up putting it back before our next checkpoint, then that's a disqualifying thing, right? It will disqualify you from actually continuing on to the next step. We don't want that for anybody. And at the end of the day, we want you to be able to get all the free money that you can. So here's our timeline. We've got two groups that are participating in this. Group one had an information session on November 11th. And their follow-up for any pre-qualification and participant setup is going to be on November 18th. Step one of the challenge will be starting in December and going through to step 4 also in December. And then we expect that even though you've already got some of the money before this June date, that you will have that there sitting there and will be able to then use it for that 4th step, which is June 23rd, or at least that's when we project it to be. We'll be checking in with you between the December and June dates, of course. Then we've got in September, that's the deadline to do step 5, which is basically for us to withdraw that money and open up a Roth IRA account, put it into a mutual fund, and then allow that money to grow. With the goal of in 2023, September 28th, 2023, more specifically, being able to say, yes, this is the way that you were able to get your interest, the way that you're able to establish your discipline, and you were successful in meeting the challenge. That's the whole goal. We have a second group that's also available, and this is their timeline. It's on a similar front. The main difference being group 1 is going to be having their sessions typically on Thursdays, whereas group 2 will have their sessions typically on Saturdays. So we've got similar dates here. It's just the actual day of the week. Okay. Now, catch. There's really no catch. The money is yours, right? You guys just got to complete the requirements of each step. You can choose to drop out at any time and keep whatever money that you've gotten, of course. Some of the money will, of course, come with a 1099 for tax purposes in the year in which the money was actually awarded. But that's pretty typical for these types of programs as well. People with a 690 credit score or higher will gain the most money from this challenge just because it's going to be easier for them to qualify for many different options. Now, every employed person who participates in this challenge should really end up getting at least $600 by following the steps. Now, if you're not employed, okay, understood. You may not be able to qualify for all the steps. So therefore, you may only get maybe $200 to $400 from some of the credit related programs. That's still not chump change. At the end of the day, we are in this together. We are in this with you. We applaud anyone who is able to take the information that we provide and implement it in their life on their own. Now, with that said, we are not giving specifics as part of this information session because of the fact that we're doing it in stages. On the dates that we specified earlier, we will actually give the specifics of which bank that we'll be going with, which credit card company that we'll be going with, et cetera, et cetera. Now, unfortunately, speaking of people being able to do it on their own, a lot of folks just can't stay focused enough to be able to even follow step 1. And it's an unfortunate reality because we have actually shared this type of information with people directly, and either due to life or other things going on, they just don't take advantage of it. Whereas we're taking advantage of it and pretty much making deposits in the bank. So we wanted to share this. We wanted to see if there might be a possibility for people working together to support each other and keep each other accountable for doing this challenge. Because the more and the better that we do financially, the better that we're able to handle our families, the better that we're able to live life in general. And that's what we're all about. Now, as an added incentive, participants who are also Moneycopilot customers actually get an additional $100 at the end of the challenge. The reasoning, we want you to stick it through. And this is our contribution to the challenge. We want you to stick it through all the way to the end. We want to give at least a little bit of a incentive for people to do what's best for their own life, really for their own financial health. You'd have to be a Moneycopilot customer for at least 6 consecutive months during the challenge period, which begins in November of 2021. And you'd have to hold on to the money, of course, for at least a year, as prescribed in step 7 of the challenge. So that's what we're bringing to the table. We want you to have the money. You, I'm sure, can find a use for the money. So looking at that whole tenure of getting the bonus money from different organizations, being able to put it into a Roth IRA, and allowing that money to grow for you, there is the potential here for it to go beyond the initial $1,000 that we're even talking about, especially when you add in the $100 on top of everything that we're talking about as a supporting incentive for our customers. The potential for the growth could be $1,200, could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, mainly depending on what happens with the stock market, because that's where a lot of the benefit from putting this initial $1,000 minimum to work for you is going to come from. Takes a little bit of patience, but we know you can do it. We know this. You have questions, we have answers. As we mentioned earlier on, put your questions into the comment section, and we will be monitoring that comment section and respond appropriately or respond privately if there's a need to do that. We really are excited about this particular challenge, it being the first year that we're doing it for the general public. We hope that you will participate. We hope that you will ask questions, and we look forward to help you put money in your pocket, free money. And to be honest, nothing's better than getting other people's money and being able to use it for your own benefit. It's the truth. So you can find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, you're watching us on our YouTube channel right now. We really are excited to be able to help you, and we hope that you will take the opportunity. Outside of that, please have a wonderful week, have a wonderful day, and know that you're not alone. If you need help, reach out. We're here to help.